Hello once again to It's Redstone. As always, I'm Tyler, and as always, we'll be showing you some awesome redstone stuff. So, let's get right to it. So, what I'm going to show you today, the first thing is a concept that is very simple to understand, but that is so key in the bigger concept that we're going to tackle today. So, what this looks like right here is just a simple torch. I put redstone here, it powers. However, what's really important about a block, no, stone, no lapis. Lapis is for something else. So if I have power here, this is what you would call an inverter. This can be used for piston doors. So if I want the door shut, oh no, just fine, we're just making it one block away, so this thing is powered, and if I want it to make, I'm just going to do this really crummy, not, because I'm just showing you the example. So, if both of these are powered, why did you turn off? Oh, right, because it's not going into it. There we go. So, as you see, both of these are powered. However, if I were to come along and say, put a pressure plate right here, and walk on it, these open. There's a slight delay because this one has a repeater and this is a 1 tick delay. But these open and I can walk through. Now, this is a simple design. The inverter is very key into very main piston-based designs because sometimes you need the pistons to start extended and then retract for mob traps, mob traps, player traps, pranks, doors, a whole myriad of other things. You just need it to be extended first as opposed to retracted. Also, as you guys can see here, I'm using sticky pistons. Okay, so the reason why we need to learn about inverters and what they do is because we're going to be using some block updaters. Now, these are really cool because, if you guys saw my last video, I had the, oh, that's a nice tree. I had the farm at the very end. Well, that uses a block updater, and, well, that farm is a little bit shoddy after looking at the video again. But what block updaters do is that if something occurs next to this block, it will cause, because the way the pistons are powered, oh, yep, my automatic clock going off again. The way that this is powered, but it doesn't think it's powered. It's the best way to put it. So it's powered, but it doesn't think it's powered. But when something occurs next to the block, such as cooking something in a furnace, placing a block growing, only certain blocks now. I believe Netherwart used to trigger this, but now it no longer does as of the 1.5 update. A lot of triggers for the block updaters were outdated as the 1.5 update. So I just place a block here. You guys can't really see that, but if I place a block or break a block, it causes this to move and activate. So, block updaters can be useful if you want if you're making a map and you want them to do certain objects, like say you have to cook something in a furnace or something like that. These are what were behind the chronotype map that we were playing recently on Map Misadventures. And going into some more research, yeah. There used to be different variations of these, however, due to the 1.5 update, a lot of stuff was changed. There was a silent redstone one, but it no longer exists. So these two work on, so there's two main designs. These two work off of the way that pistons are powered. This one also the same thing applies. This one's powered but doesn't realize it's powered. So if I place a block here, it pushes forward, powers this, which is right here is actually inverter as well. This is just powered version. And then this activates. I was like, oh, I'm off because this has power. When this has power, this goes off. And piston retracts. And then this doesn't have power. Then it's like, oh wait, I don't have power. So then it retracts itself. But then it gets power again without realizing it. So these two are a little bit more buggy. However, as you can see, this one's much more compact. It's one wide. I really like one wide. It just makes things easier and just makes life a whole lot simpler. Okay, now on to the next one. Wherever I put the lapis block is where the block updating occurs. If I put it here, there's no update. It has to be touching one of these sides of the piston. Even the lapis block is actually a spot where it can go. So these ones use a stuck piston design. Now, there was something about this. I was looking this up, and apparently, from what I saw, it was used with a 1-tick delay. However, I'd increase the delay to 2 ticks. His mine kept on bugging out. So if I place a block here, the reason why this works is that instead of this being, so when this pushes out, this loses power. When this loses power, it causes this one to activate. Also, when this one, if you watch the redstone, it makes sense. Also, this one loses power. The way that this works, it just causes the piston to force itself to retract, because without it, it just makes a clock. And just keeps on going indefinitely. So, this uses the way that stuck pistons. Now this is the same design, it's just a different variation of it. So as you can see, it's more recommended to use one of these two designs because they exploit a less buggy glitch, because the whole thing of block updating is in itself a bug, and therefore is not necessarily always going to be in Minecraft. However, these two are more buggy, so it's more preferred to use these two. Now, besides the door I showed you and making traps and stuff like this, and for maps, my personal favorite thing to do with making block updaters is to make a farm. Now, the farm I showed you previously was a little bit shoddy. I threw together just working off of memory. Oh look, there's the last location over there. Wave to the last location. Is that snow? I don't remember placing snow down. But anyways, getting distracted. What I like to do is use them for a farm. So, a simple way to do this would be, let me just build one for you real quick, because I'm just going to show you guys a simple farm variation. So, I need material sugarcane and a bucket of water. So sugarcane work with bone meal? Because if it doesn't, I might need to use something else. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Crap. What's another thing they use? Hold on one second. Let's try melon. I know melon doesn't actually does wheat still trigger it, even though it grows in stages? We'll see. We'll try wheat. Normally I don't use wheat because I don't like wheat farms, but you still can automate them. So we work based off of the piston that we can see over there. Place a sticky piston here, followed by a redstone block, with a redstone on top. No, I really need to make a clock that just prevents the weather. Go away, rain. I'm in the middle of something. Thank you. So if I put this like this, and sticky piston here, so we have a block up here done. And, oh, it doesn't do it for stages. Is it only when it's fully grown? Oh, wheat doesn't do it? Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. So, that was a bad example, but wheat apparently does not activate this. But, we're going to do something now. Give me my water. And let's put some grass right there. So what I usually use this for is either a melon or sugar cane, because I like to make a lot of books, both for design and for enchanting. So when this grows, it activates this. And what you would do is, when this activates, you just take the signal that's already there. Oh, as you see, it grew right there before our eyes and activated. Nope, not there. That works. Do. Let's see, where is that hopper? Right, redstone. So we'll just put a hopper right there. And give me a chest. Put a chest right here. So, if this stuff grows, oh right, it doesn't actually lead into it. A lot of redstone is just trial and error. So I put the sugarcane there. If we were filling the rest of the spaces, it would actually go. It's just not working right, despite. That's odd. It's like purposely not going that way. Well, this isn't exactly how I do it anyways. I usually have the sugarcane pushed out this way and just have it catch by a wider water radius. Actually, just do this. If I can do this right. Except for right there. So now the sugarcane, if it does grow, oh, it went into my inventory. Dang it. I'm showing something. So it goes into the water, follows the water stream, goes down, hits the hopper, and goes into the chest. Now this little farm right here is completely 100% automated, because it will grow as long as you're in the chunk, and as long as you're not in the chunk, as long as you're near it and it still loads, it will work. Now, this little farm's a little puny, and the design is just terrible. So now I'm going to be showing you the automated farms that I've been working on, and I've been working on them a lot, so get ready, because I really enjoyed the way they turned out. So I'll see you guys in a second when I unveil the master farms. What are you looking at, sheep? I'm about to do redstone stuff. Oh, your shadow's a circle. What happened? Oh, your shadow just go away. Wait, what? No, did not mean to break that. As you see, no, shoot. There's a hole. Why is there a hole? Shh, go back. There we go. So as you can see, I've designed this massive factory. And there's a little door, and it's my factory, as you can see, my face. I'm on a flat world just because it's a lot easier to do huge designs like this on a flat world than it is trying to do in a regular world. So let's just go ahead and go through. The door falls, and there's stupid bats everywhere. I hate bats. The thing lit up like a light bulb, and there's still bats everywhere. Anyways, ignoring the bats, we're gonna move on and show you guys what is actually in here. So, as I showed you a few seconds ago, I have my sugarcane farms. Now, this is my design that I came up with. It uses the same concept of a push base. It uses let's see, what's the right word? The power piston design. However, it also employs the stuck piston design as well. It's a bit of a variation, but I personally love it. So when this thing grows, this block will be updated, and so will this one. Well, right now both these blocks are powered. So not only is my piston itself, my block updater, a part of the system, but my piston that actually pushes the sugarcane is part of the system. Also, I made both melon farms and the sugarcane farms one block wide, because that was my challenge for this build. And so, what happens was, when this grows, it will update and get pushed off. Then it travels all the way down the stream to the hopper down at the very end. So what happens when this is pushed is this gets updated. This pushes this block up. This is a sticky. So this block hangs up here for a second, realizes it doesn't have power, it retracts. Well, not having power here, goes up here through an inverter, and then causes this block to push. Now, this is a little bit of variation on both, because while this is based off of the way that piston is power itself. Oh, look, you just saw some sugarcane fall. While this is based off the way that pistons power themselves, I am using a somewhat resetter piston. This is one way I like to use pistons this way to reset. It works very well, and sometimes it's not done very much because it takes up some extra redstone, but oh well. It's completely vertical. You can stack this, as you can see. So I go up to the upper level. It's the exact same design repeated. So whoop, gets pushed off and falls down into the river. Now, the reason why there's glass underneath this, wait, oh, that's just lighting. And the reason why there's no glowstone here is because glowstone right here would melt the ice. And the glass causes this to go so much faster. Not glass, what am I saying? Ice. The ice and water causes this to speed up tremendously and then keeps going. And then over here, there's only one source of water and it pushes everything to this corner. Now, if you look underneath, you'll see I have the same the power design, so that when something enters the hopper, the dropper I mean, it gets pushed up. So this is just redstone that's been generated. Huh, part of the wall didn't work. Oh well. This is part of the thing of redstone, not redstone, sugarcane that's been generated over my time building decorative outside and stuff like that. So that's just a simple way. You could also make these droppers hooked up to a series of 1-second clocks and it just constantly goes, so if anything ever goes into them, it wouldn't be detected, it's just constantly running. However, this is better because you have the comparator here. Well, it's better in my opinion because once something enters here, you get signal, as opposed to just having a constant supply of redstone clock going off, because a lot of redstone clocks will lag you very badly, such as the piston house I showed in my first video that has a massive amount of lag because there's so many clocks going on. Now, this one is my watermelon farm. As you see, I like floating water. It looks cool. And this water actually, it's a bit unnecessary. Something just went off. I don't know if it was. But this time we have 2 hoppers to make the design a little bit more, I would say even, except it's an odd number right there. So I could have shifted this over one, but oh well, too late now. So we have our melon slices in here. Look at all that melon. And the way that this works is it's also a block updater. And this was a real challenge because I was having constant problems trying to get this into a 1 block radius. Not 1 block radius, 1 block width. So we're going to take a look inside. And, gimme. Yeah. So, if we look inside here, we can see our melon stem. And now this melon stem has a piston right next to it. That piston is the block updater. If we look here, we have the design that we saw previously. and because I did that, that activated. So as you see, we have a piston here that pushes here. So once this update, it's the exact same bud that I showed you guys earlier. So let's just close it up. But also something that happens when this bud is activated is that I designed it so... Oh shoot, no. Bad. Don't mess up the redstone. Good. That's another good thing about having everything in one block width. You don't screw up all your redstone, just sometimes. So as you can see right here, when a block is broken, there's a sticky piston that's right here, and this retracts. This allows the melon to just go down and just causes it more of it to fall. Now there is more efficient designs of this where it's just on the ground and the melon gets pushed off as opposed to pushed down from the top, because mine has a top piston pushing down and then a bottom piston pushing up. There's more simpler designs that are more efficient. This is just because I wanted something that would work in a one block width, and this does completely. So if we follow the path of the block updater, we would see that when the block updates, power goes down and pushes a piston that's under here down onto the melon. The melon is then, well, also when the block, oh whoop, I went up to the second layer. Hold on. Come on. We can also see that when the block updater occurs, going from here, this also that's just reset track. This powers the top piston. Then this goes down and actually powers the retracting piston, which allows it to enter the water flow. And that water flow, if we look in our axis panels, as you see, we have water flowing all the way down. There's ice in here because once again it goes faster, and the signs are placed. Sometimes the melons fall in between the signs. Actually, can I move the sign? Hold on. So we're gonna fix that real quick. You don't want the melons falling in between water, because there's melon coming. There. Oh, did it go into my inventory? Probably. So you don't want melons just falling right here where signs are, because then they'll stop and they're unable to continue on down the pipeline to the chest. Oh, that's why I did that. Crap. Oh well, I'll just have to move that later. So it's a lot of the waterworks is just figuring out how far something can go, because water only goes a certain distance before it stops, and apparently that stopping distance is right. I don't want letters, no. Oh, what? Okay. So yeah, the melons will go, sometimes they'll get right here, but sometimes they just hit the water anyways and have enough momentum to keep going. Can I get a melon into one of these test chambers? Not test chambers. What is this? Aperture? I always find it weird that melons are a building block. So if I put a melon here, as you can see, the melons just pop down. Can't get higher than this because I'm on the second story. Let's see if I can get one to go right there. So you see the melons went down the chute, and I think I accidentally picked them up again. Go join the other melons. So this is the massive farms. Oh, come on, let me out. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. And they're stupid bats. What kind of factory has bats? So these are my automated farm slash factories, because once you're at this point, you're no longer farming. These are definitely more factory and more industrialized. Well, yes, you could have a much bigger farm than me. I doubt that you could have an fully automatic collecting one like mine. Now, some other plants you can create automatic harvest systems, such as wheat. You just have to have basically. Oh, I don't have my clock on this world. Let me just. So the way that you can just have water come from a source block. So get some bone. So I'll get some bone meal just to demonstrate this. You can now have dispensers. I believe dispensers dispenses bone meal. So all you have to do is just have, say, and then let's put a piston right here. And do a torch right here. Give me some redstone and then a pressure plate. That has to go there. So as you can see, once again, inverter. And we're just put a block there for the water to go to, as opposed to washing away this redstone. So, if I wanted an automated farm, all I would have to do would be something like this. You can make a much larger, much bigger one. So I press the button, water flows, and the wheat gets pushed, and the seeds pop off. The only thing is you can't replant the seeds with any sort of device yet, hopefully. I'm hoping they let dispensers do this, because if they let dispensers do this, oh my gosh, automated farms all the way. It would be so easy to just, and because dispensers can also be placed any direction now, you would be able to have like a huge patch like this planted, and then just have a row of droppers up above, so like here, and just have it entirely wash away periodically and just replant the seeds. And you wouldn't even have to worry about it being automated, just put it on a clock, so that majority of it just grows. Or you could hook up a bunch of detectors to it even, but you can make amazing automated farms that way. Also, I forgot to mention, the reason why there's a one space gap in between every single one of these is because one, the redstone would touch each other and screw up, and two, if these update, it updates all of them, then all of them get caused to get pushed, as opposed to just growing constantly. One more thing, before I wrap up, sugarcane, at least from what my understanding is that it's faster for it to grow to the second. So sometimes it gets stuck, but a majority of the time it goes. From my understanding, it grows fastest from stage 1 to stage 2, and stage 2 to stage 3 takes almost twice as long. So my idea is, why bother with stage 3 and just keep on resetting to stage 2? So, well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about anything I showed you, feel free to leave a comment below and just ask me what did I do, and just have me explain it, because I'll be more than glad to. This whole series is about explaining redstone and just showing you some of the amazing things you can do with it. Well, I think that's it. Oh, don't hit those again. I made a really just door that's not even, just like a bunch of pistons right here that's 100% not resettable. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, and subscribe if you want to see more. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see in Redstone, just ask me down below in the comments. But thanks for watching. I've been Tyler, and this has been It's Redstone. Thanks for watching. Sheep, look at me look at me. Thanks for watching. Bye. Get back here.